going into the Sheffield, we are ready. Taylor is the best powerlifter in the world. He has been for a long time now. And I don't think that has anything to do with his dot score or anything like that. It's his ability to execute under pressure that is his gift, his talent.
But Taylor Atwood is his own man, and he has been for a while. Hey, everybody. My name is Scott Atwood. I happen to be Taylor Atwood's dad. Actually, that's how I'm recognized. Everybody knows me as Taylor Atwood's dad.
I'm Dominic Violi, and this is Emily Snee. We've been working with Taylor, I guess, just over 2 years, about 2 years. Mm-hmm. He actually is what got us involved with TSG. He ended up being like a big advocate for us to start getting involved with the company, and we knew who the company was, so it was a really, really good relationship. And we met in New York when we lived there. We worked at the same gym, and we were lucky enough to meet him and get to help him through some aches and pains.
I think we started briefly in like 2018. So I used to work for TSG, and I started because Jason brought me on to help monitor certain aspects of Taylor's performance. So I did it from a athlete monitoring perspective in 2018.
My name is Jason Tremblay. I'm 30 years old from High River, Alberta, Canada. And I've been coaching Taylor for just under 10 years now. I run a powerlifting coaching company called The Strength Guys. We have coaches all throughout North America and Europe. We've been fortunate to work with some really talented athletes over the past decade. Taylor obviously being one of them. It's been a frustrating year. We've tried, I won't say everything, but we've tried a lot of things. And
I think one other thing is it's definitely under more time constraints now than it used to be. Like Taylor, for as long as we knew him, was lifting first, and he was training, and he was an athlete above everything. And he still is that, of course, but now he's an athlete.
Wasn't a dad yet, right? Yeah. And when you have a child, life changes, sleep changes and all of that, and nutritional needs will change as well. So, but my role as a coach is to continue to be like, I think that the best circumstance for you right now is to progress in this direction.
When our training process is at its best, it feels like we can observe what happens and iterate or like reason on it and come up with something better the next time. But the problem with the string of injuries is we observe what happens, solve that problem, and then another problem comes up. And so for the past year, we've unfortunately just had to solve problem after problem after problem.
For him, it's not really that it's his quads or it's his glutes. His big muscles are fine. He never has an issue with that. It's the smaller muscles, the tendons, the connective tissues that tend to not fail him, but he'll run into issues with them. So Taylor is someone that already has the genetic potential to adapt to any stimulus you need. And that also holds true in terms of healing. Like when Taylor gets a tendonitis, we expect it to limit him for maybe a couple of days to 2 weeks. When we have your average lifter, we expect it to bother them for 1 to 2 months.
It's just him. It's just his talent, his physiology. He adapts to training quicker than anyone I've ever trained before. And it's pretty special. And that goes for healing from an injury too. Like he's back like that. He has this reserve of spirit and emotion and mental focus and ability to perform that is very unique. And in my eyes, we have not had an ideal training cycle. We haven't had an ideal training year. You've still probably trained better than it's coming across in this call. First of all, we've surrounded Taylor with an interdisciplinary performance team. So we have PT's eyes on him. We have sports psychology expertise with their eyes on him. We have Kedrick with nutritional expertise. Ben and I have joined forces again to have two minds thinking about his program and reasoning about his problem instead of one.
I mean, it's really unlike any other job we've had before, where normally you have your doctor or your PT, your chiropractor, or your trainer, whoever it is. They're kind of working separately and no one's really communicating together. And really the only worlds you see that in are professional sports. So we really feel as though the strength guys and Jason, they treat their lifters as professional athletes, as Taylor should be. So it's just amazing to just be in a team that's constantly communicating and everyone's trying to work towards one goal for the athlete.
We always joke that like powerlifters and especially elite powerlifters don't really get the respect of an NFL player or an NBA player. And that's kind of flipped on its head with this recent prep, because I mean, I could pull up our WhatsApp right now. It's going crazy. Like every hour we're asking Taylor for updates. He's seeing different people. He's trying different rehab modalities. So it's constant communication between us, Taylor, Ben, Jason. If we have questions for the team and things that we don't know the answer to, Jason will relay it to the rest of the TSG coaches, and there'll be a group chat on that, coming up with a consensus on how everyone feels. So it's really cool. This peak has been totally different where, I mean, every bump in the road, every twist and turn, there's a ton of heads coming together every hour.
And with Scott and Laura and Kelly and Kedrick and Ben and all these people who've been involved in our journey.
Taylor, I spoke to Taylor's dad, Scott, as well. And Scott basically said that, the reason why Taylor picked you and he still stays with you is because he has experienced the positive benefit that you have provided, and loyalty is important to him.
As far as the Atwoods go, we're loyal. We're loyal people, man, and we keep our word, and our word is our bond. It's very important to us. We love our son. I think the love comes back the same way.
Is whether it's 1 a.m., whether it's in a different country, we will always be there behind him. We'll always be there to try and pick him back up when the pieces fall apart. But we know, just like Jason knows, just like everybody that watches this or everyone that steps on that stage with him knows, that come competition day, he is a different animal, and he is going to pull and push like no other.
I would never count Taylor out. People who have counted Taylor out, that has not ended well for them, is unique, and you can't count that out. And so going into the Sheffield, we are ready. Taylor is the best powerlifter in the world. He has been for a long time now. And I don't think that has anything to do with his DOT score or anything like that. It's his ability to execute under pressure that is his gift, his talent. And we're going to have to leverage that because a lot of other things haven't been ideal for us in this prep. So, but we have a very high starting point before all these problems came in, and he's the best at competing. So we're going to do our best to win this thing.
What are we doing? You come here to play, or did you come here to win and win right? And you know how to win right. There's no second kind of winning. Go pull that bar for me. I don't care what they put on it. It don't mean anything. Pull it. Lock it out. Sell it. Okay?